All right. Shalom Yasharallah. Before we get started, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Badash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone and teach and well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Back another video, another lesson. And the title of this one's going to be called The Lord, whose name is Yahweh, is revealing the wicked. All right. The Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is revealing the wicked, which he's been doing. All right, but now pretty much everybody knows who the devil is. And I mean by that, the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right. The Lord is revealing who they are. All right. Who the wicked is, because the wicked is, of course, Esau, so-called white man who runs this world. All right. And we prove that time and time again. Right. Let's first start with Job 9. Because there would be certain characteristics that the wicked would do, that the wicked would have, right? Job 9:24 says, the earth is given, all right, is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof, if not where and who is he? All right, and we know the wicked is, like I keep saying, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, starting with really the top bank elites, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, those type of people, who run this world. The small, we call them small hats, which are the tribe of Amalek, but it's still they're all Esau, they're all Edomites. All right, they have the world is in their hands right now. All right, and if you look at the state of the world, it's ran in wickedness. The earth is, dying. The earth is mourning, right? The people are mourning, the animals are mourning. The earth is just it's in a wicked vibration right now, But the Lord is revealing who the wicked is, all right, and who runs this world. Like I said, there will be certain, characteristics, certain, signs that you will see who runs this world. Who controls the, the matter. Let's get it. I'll get Ezekiel. Is that 28? Ezekiel 28:1. It says, the word of the Lord, all right, whose name is Yahweh, came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. Now, back then, the prince of Tyrus was an actual man. I forgot his name. I think it was like Ithelbald III, right? But today, this is speaking of Esau, right? Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, all right, in the midst of the seas. The seas is, the actual waters, but also is it tells you that in Revelation, the 17th chapter, around the 15th verse, the waters represents the peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues, right? But he actually does sit in the seas. He controls the trade routes, right? Because thy heart is lifted up in your heart. And if you look it up real quick, thine heart, lab in the Hebrew, it says inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding. So your heart is your mind. All right, and their minds, they have a proud, they have a proud look about them, right? It says, thou hast said, I am a God. They have a God complex. They think they're the most high. All right. I sit in the seat of God in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man and not God. It says, though thou set thine heart as the heart of God. All right, because the Lord, the Most High, He controls all things. He controls evil and good, and these people, they think they can do that here on the earth. That's what they want. They want total control. That's the part of their new world order, is to get total control of all the people. They want to put you on a grid, all right, and have you chipped up. They want you to have digital IDs. They want you to have digital money, so they want to trace everything. They want to track and trace you. It says, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from me. All right. It says, with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver in thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. They have great wealth. You know, and even saw it says in the book, I think it's Psalm 73. It's in one of those psalms. You know, they're not troubled like other men. You know, so these people they had great wealth. They control it. They control everything. You know, the world is actually literally in their hands. You know, so that's one of the aspects of who the wicked is. It's not Japheth. It's not the Arabs. Okay, that's we got some people out there who say that the Edomites or the ones who rule the world are Japhites. No, Japheth and end time prophecy is not even mentioned, right? But let's get this over here. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And we'll start at 3. I'll read down. It says, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 2. It says 2 and 2. 2 and 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, and that man of sin is speaking to Esau, Edom. All right, verse 4, it says, who opposeth and exalteth himself. He's exalted himself. All right, above all. All right, he exalts himself as the top man on this world, in this world. I'm sorry, he's exalted himself as a top man, the top nation in this world, man. All right. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. All right, like we read in Ezekiel, this man has a God complex. He thinks he's the most high. All right, and what is your temple? Going back to the MOTB, the mark of the beast, your temple is your body. You know, he wants to sit in your temple. He wants to put his mark on you, right? Like the Lord put a spiritual mark on those who are sighing and crying, the elect. This man wants to put a little mark in you, you know, to own you, to make you his property. Excuse me. Verse 5, it says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know that what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. And remember, this is the Apostle Paul, all right, writing this, okay? And this is during the Roman Empire, who was ruling during that time? Edomites, right? Verse 6 again, and it says, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way. Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Okay, the wicked. They've been revealed, but the Lord is revealing them right now. He's been doing it since the prophets came on the scene, starting with our apostles, you know, and elders of Great Millstone. All right, they have been revealing through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua who the wicked truly is. You know, they've been doing this since 80s. Really since the man named Abba Bivens, who we believe is Elijah the prophet and John the Baptist coming back. All right, since the 60s, and even before that, you know. But he's been revealed since the prophets came on the scene. You know, now he's been revealed to the whole world. The whole world now knows who the wicked are. All right, now some people they buck up against it, but you even got some of these. If people do talk about them, they say that the powers that be, but we call them out. We call them who they really are. It's Esau. It's Edom. All right, the wicked. That's who is creating all these psyops and doing all this wickedness in the earth, man. Verse 8 again, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Now, let's look at reveal. All right, apocalypto.
Strong's G 601. Apocalypto. Apocalypto.
Apocalypto. It says to uncover, lay open what has been veiled, or cover up. Okay, disclose, make bare, and the Lord said He would make Esau bare. Verse definition 2, to make known, make manifest, disclose what before was unknown. All right, and for a long time these devils were hiding themselves. They had their secret meetings. They go into different councils, right? Nobody really knew who the Rothschilds were, or who the Rockefellers were. The DuPonts, whatever their names are. The Oppenheimers. Nobody knew who these people were before until the prophets came on the scene and through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and revealed them. Okay, he made them bare. He uncovered them. Right? Let's read it again. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. But how's he doing that? Through the prophets. All right, through the men of Yahweh that he set up in these latter days, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. He's coming at the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Okay, and he's coming with those lying wonders with that pseudoscience. Right? Let's read it. Let's read the NLT version. Let's start. I don't know if I want to start back up here. Yeah, we just start back at 3 in NLT version. It says, "Don't be fooled by what they say, for that day will not come until there is a great rebellion against God, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the one who brings destruction." Doesn't this man bring destruction everywhere he goes? When he goes all over the earth, he goes to different nations and destroys their, destroys them economically. Takes down if people don't align what they do, what Esau says, or what the U.S. They take out their leaders and set up a puppet, right? It says, verse 4, and it says he will exalt himself and defy everything that people call God. This is in every object of worship. He will even sit in the temple of God, claiming that he is himself. So like that claiming that he himself is God. All right. And that's how he wants to be looked at as God. He wants to be looked at as a savior. He wants people because he wants the people to rely on him. He doesn't want, especially us, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, because they know who we are. They know we're the true people of the Bible, the Hebrew Israelites, right? But he wants us to look at him as a savior. Look what they did to with Caesar Borgia, with Jesus, which that really wasn't his name in the Bible. The true Messiah's name was Yahushua. But they painted over him. They made him white. They made all the men of the Bible white, looking like them. Verse 5, it says, "Don't you remember that I told you about all this when I was with you? And you know what is holding him back, for he can be revealed only when his time comes." And his time has come. The time has come for him to be revealed. All right, by the Lord. Right? It says, "For this lawlessness is already at work secretly." Back then during the time of the Roman Empire, it was already at work, and it continued. Right? It says, "And it will remain secret until the one who was holding it back steps out of the way, which is Yahweh. Then the man of lawlessness will be revealed, but the Lord Yahushua will kill him with the breath of his mouth and destroy him by the splendor of his coming." You see that? Yeah. So he's going to these Edomites are going to be taken down when the Lord returns. All right. Let's get Jeremiah 49:10. Let's read that. It says, I'll start at 7. It says, "Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman?" That's a Teman. Man, we can look it up. They were the wise men of Esau. This is one of the Edomite nations or Edomite tribes, right? Teman means south. It says son of Eliphaz, grandson of Esau, one of the dukes of Edom. The tribe descended from one noted for the wisdom of its people. So they had wise, they had wisdom. And the same thing today. All right. It says, is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring calamity up. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. It says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If these by night, they will destroy till they have enough. It says, but I have made Esau bare. Let's look at this word bare. It says to strip off, lay bare, make bare, draw out. The Lord has drawn out Esau. It says, excuse me, to strip off, to strip, lay bare. All right. So the Lord has uncovered, all right, or has revealed who the wicked is. And everybody knows now. Of course, again, by the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the men, the prophets. Back here today, it says, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." Let's read NLT. It says, I'll read 7 again. It says, "This message was given concerning Edom. This is what the Lord heaven's army says. Is there no wisdom in Teman? Is no one left to give wise counsel? Turn and flee, hide in deep caves, you people of Dedan. For when I bring disaster on Edom, I will punish you too. Those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor if thieves come at night. They would." So let me read that again. It says, "Those who harvest grapes always leave a few for the poor. If thieves came at night, they would not take everything." That's lucky. "But I will strip, but I will strip bare the land of Edom." And today, the land of Edom is America. "And there will be no place left to hide. Its children, its brothers, and its neighbors will all be destroyed, and Edom itself will be, all right, will be no more." All right, and America will be totally destroyed, because this is where Esau, this is their, what you want to call it, their, if you want to say, this is their Basra, modern day Basra for them, because that was the capital in Edom. All right, but the Lord has made Esau bare. He's uncovered their wickedness. Matter of fact, we can get that in Lamentations. This Lamentations 4 and 20. I'll start at 21. It reads, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee." What is that cup? The cup of the wrath of the Lord, because we had to drink it, the Israelites, you know, and not just Esau, but the other nations too. That cup is going to pass through them. It says, "The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked." All right, this word naked, because naked means, right? It says to be bare, be nude, uncover, leave destitute, discover, empty, raise, pour out, to bear, lay bare. All right, so let's read that again. It says, "Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shall make thyself naked." All right, and these people are the Lord is revealing them, so they're being revealed. Verse 22. "The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion," the Israelites. "He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins." You see, let's read the NLT version. So the Lord's discovering the sins of Esau. All right. Verse 21, "Are you rejoicing in the land of Uz, O people of Edom? But you too must drink from the cup of the Lord's anger. You too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness." Esau is drunk. I was watching the elders of Dallas, Great Millstone, and the elder Ariala was, he was making a point saying, how, dudes get drunk off that Henny and then they can beat everybody. That's how Esau is. He's drunk off that liquor, man. It says you too will be stripped naked, all right, uncovered. What's the title? Revealed. Yeah, you too will be revealed. Okay, you too will be stripped naked in your drunkenness. And Esau is drunk. He's drunk off his own juice, off his own liquor. Verse 22. "Oh, beautiful Jerusalem, your punishment will end. You will soon return from exile. But Edom, your punishment is just beginning. Soon your many sins will be exposed." They're being exposed, man. And through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem shall we exposing these devils. We exposing them. We exposing their wickedness. We exposing their works. their wicked works, what they committing, what they done to the whole world, but especially to the Israelites, they're being exposed, man, on a high level through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, man. Okay, let's get this last one, Isaiah 47:3. I'll start at 1. It says, lament for Babylon, which is speaking of America. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. That's speaking about America. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. This is once, because America was once, a nation where everybody wanted to come to. Everybody wanted to come and forward their life in America. This was if you want to say, the land of milk and honey at one point. People want to come and thrive and be in America. But that's no more. Verse 2, take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. And it's talking about when Yahweh Shai returns, he's gonna come as a angelic being, because he came as a man, in the flesh once, But when he returns, he's gonna come as a angelic power, force. All right. Let me see. Let's read this in NLT. All right. It says, verse 1 again, come down, virgin daughter of Babylon, and sit in the dust, for your days of sitting on a throne have ended, O daughter of Babylonia. Never again will you be the lovely princess, all right, tender and delicate, all right. It says, take heavy millstones and grind flour, remove your veil and strip off your robe, expose yourself to public view. And in America, Babylon the Great and Esau is being exposed for all the wickedness that they've done. Verse 3, you'll be naked and burdened with shame. I will take vengeance against you without pity. All right. So these devils are being exposed on a high level. By starting with matter of fact, to show you. Is it 12? Yeah, Hosea 12:11. I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So the Lord is using, all right, the men that he set up in these latter days to expose, to bring out the truth of who the wicked really are. And them being revealed is going to lead to this. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, all right, we'll look at that word devil, is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. He knows his time is short. All right, it's about to end. Let's get this word devil and show you who that devil is. All right. The word devil is diabolos or diabolos. In the Greek, is prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely, and who continuously accuses, all right, accuses us, But let's go down here. Metaphor applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of God, may be said to act the part of the devil or to side with him. Now, speaking of Esau, so-called white man, all right, your top banking elites, they do these left-handed practices, enchantments, to come against the children of Israel, the people of the Lord, and then, like I said, them being revealed is going to lead to them coming down with that great wrath, because it's over. The narrative is not going to work anymore on the people. The masses know the truth. Now you see videos on, who the Rothschilds are and who they go back to these people and this different things, man. And that was first started by the men of the Lord, the prophets, starting with our apostles, and elders on down. So the Lord, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema, the Lord is revealing or revealed the wicked to the world. I may change the title to that. The Lord has revealed the wicked to the world. So Lord willing, it was edifying for you brothers and you sisters out there. We don't give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and citation to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, you was edified. Till next video, I'm going to say, Shalom.